right? So we're looking at Christmas celebrations and Christmas messages, as it were. Nigerian leaders from all walks of life have come in to talk about, a message. They're preaching a message of peace, a message of unity. They're spreading the message of a hope this Christmas season, right? And the executive secretary of the Nigerian Christian Pilgrim Commission, Bishop Stephen Adigbite, has emphasized that Christmas is a time for peace, hope, grace, and love. He also expressed optimism that God would restore all that has been lost in the lives of Nigerians, and he are praying that for the well-being of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the nation. Similarly, though, we've seen other leaders across the institutions in Nigeria sending messages of peace, unity, and hope to their followers. Even in the past, years, we've seen leaders like former President Muhammadu Buhari using the Christmas season to preach peace and unity. We've seen the former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan doing the same. And it's heartwarming to see Nigerian leaders come together to promote a sense of national rebirth and unity, right? Especially this special time of the year. We've also seen, the president himself, having to add his voice to the other voices, talking about the Senate president has also been enjoined. The House of Reps, the leader of the House of Reps too, has also, added his voice in the discourse of spreading the love, spreading peace, and talking about unity. And quite a number of Nigerians will want to ask, why do we always have to wait for celebrations as this before we can talk about the unity of the country? Why wait till now? Why not preach the word in unity, peace, love, and prosperity in our action? Why must it always be, just talk, and we don't have a lot of action, being commiserated, in that very process, right there? And that has been a question that has boggled our minds for quite some time. And be that as it may, right? There is also an understanding whereby the topic of discussion today is the Christmas messages, from leaders. But it shouldn't just stop there, as some are beginning to also add their voice in the matter, saying that, look, enough of the talk about rebirth and all of that. Be that as it may, there is also a need for conscientization, for us to look into our conscience, for us to step aside or put away the greed, the ignorance, put away the theft, the hunger to loot. This should be a time for Nigerians to say that we can trust our leaders. It should be a time of significance whereby, the messages should not just fall to the ground and not bear fruit. Nigerians have high expectations from our leaders, and we expect that we would have the leaders that in time, as they speak, they do it, they act it, they live it. We've been talking cutting down on cost of governance for I don't know for how long now, and yet we're still in that discourse, still talking about cutting down the cost of governance. Shouldn't this be a time for us to look into these things and assiduously work towards ensuring that we have an understanding, a political understanding, an economical understanding, a social, even spiritual understanding, and have that basis where we can form a foundation of knowledge, if not for ourselves, for a generation that is to come. Now, the country is faced with numerous challenges. Corruption is the bane of it. Insecurity is on the other corner. Economic instability, and all of these have hindered our development and progress. In the context, the Christmas message from Nigerian leaders take on a significant meaning as they appeal to the citizens' sense of unity, peace, and national rebirth, right? Now, one question will tower high, right? What role would this Christmas messages from Nigerian leaders play in promoting national unity and cohesion, and how can they be used, right? How can they be used to address the country's challenges? Well, we'll be joined by a guest in a short bit, who is in the person of Prince Oro Elijah, right? Prince Oro Elijah. He's a political scientist and a shepherd, and he will be talking to us, in the light of this discourse. But while we're trying to set that up, it is also very pertinent to, as a form of summary to Christmas messages from Nigerian leaders, you would find a sense of hope and optimism and the belief that a country's future is on a path towards growth and development. I mean, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin, and his deputy, Benjamin Kalu, had extended dear warm season significance or warm wishes to Christians, and they encouraged citizens to embrace the season significance. They even called on Nigerians to pray for unity, peace, and a national rebirth, emphasizing the importance of love, unity, peace across, ethnic and religious divides. Now, the messages also highlights the significance of Christmas as a time of hope, as a time of renewal, as a time of celebration, reminding Nigerians that of the importance of kindness, the importance of compassion, generosity, and above all, love. How then do we think, the Christmas messages from Nigerian leaders can be used, to as a sense of promoting national identity and cohesion? And what role can citizens play in this process? Because it is one thing to say that, we are trying, the government is not doing enough, we want the government to do this, they want the government to do that, and all of that. But we also should know that we have a role to play. We also have, our roles to play. And we should not take it lightly. Try to make it seem as though, we are doing so much, or the government is not doing enough, and all of that. We should ensure, that we also play our part, because we have a part to play. Now, let me bring this personal story to you. Do not think that because I sit behind the microphone that I cannot relate to the sense of, hope and optimism, or I'm not a part of the process. I mean, we're all part of the system, right? But then, having to have our leaders come up at a time like this is quite significant. It is a step in the right direction, giving us messages of hope. It evokes a sense of originality. Growing up in a diverse country with a complex mix of ethnic, religious, and cultural groups, I have seen firsthand the challenges the Nigerians face. However, though, I've also seen the resilience and the determination of the Nigerian people. I'm talking about you and I now. And you continue to strive for a better future despite the challenges, around us. The Christmas messages from Nigerian leaders, should also remind us, of the importance of unity, peace, and love, and the need for citizens to come together and promote national cohesion and development, right? And so there are different contexts to this, but I would also want to know from you, as we engage 25 of December this year, 2024, many Nigerians are saying that we hope that these words, this goodwill messages from Nigerian leaders, from the leaders and all, will not just stop at just goodwill message. That it will have an impact in our lives. That it will build and consolidate on the unity of our people. That it will not just be an audio conversation. can we hold them can we hold them responsible? I was going to say, can we hold them to ransom? No. But can we hold them responsible for this? Can we? Can we come 2025 still say, well, we heard Abbas Tajuddin say, preach. We heard Senator Godswill Akpabio, who happens to be the Senate leader or Senate president now, say. We heard Mr. President, the number one citizen of the country, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, say during this Yuletide season, this. And few months or 12 months after that, they have kept to the very intent, to the letter of what they said. Can these leaders indeed make themselves available to be held accountable? Can they be transparent too with us, so that we don't have to have the divide and rule concept that has been plagiarized, that has gone through plagiarism? Because it seems as though every administration that comes to bear just would copy, mindless lifting from what the other administration used as a tactic to keep us ununited or disunited, to keep us at the other person's throat, suspecting the other person's, based on the tribe, the ethnicity, having our hands at the jugular of each other, trying to strangle each other, pitching one against the other. Can we? Can we not have that kind of scenario? The economic context of Nigeria is also significant. I mean, with the country facing numerous challenges, including poverty, inequality, and unemployment. However, the Christmas messages from Nigerian leaders should offer a sense of hope and optimism for the country's economic future, emphasizing the importance of unity, peace, and love. I mean, Mr. President has come out to putting it out there and saying that, hey, you know what? We only get better. We are only getting better. It doesn't get worse. I mean, his wife, Oluremi, too, has also added a voice saying that, hey, it only gets better. So we should look away from whatever the challenges may be this time and etch towards a better Nigeria. But yeah, let's get into the conversation. We have our guest already on standby via phone call. He is in the person of Prince Oro Elijah. I hope I pronounced that O-R-O correctly. He's a political scientist and a shepherd. Welcome aboard to Eagles Outlook, Prince Oro Elijah.
God bless you.
That's right.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to you. Feels good, to engage with you. I mean, I understand that you are, engaging with us all the way from Bayelsa State. How's Bayelsa, this season?
Yeah, Bayelsa is cool. It's peaceful.
That's right.
And everything is going well here.
Very well. Good to know. Well, let's look at, the Christmas season. When you think about this Christmas as the celebrations are out there, and in comparative analysis with, the previous year's Christmas celebrations, especially when you look at it from the economic point of view, the social point of view, spiritual point of view, leadership, style, leadership, shortcomings, leadership successes and everything. What comes to your mind?
Well, in everything we have to first thank God for the privilege to see today's celebration.
Right.
In the midst of the economic situations, I believe here in the Bayelsa, celebration is still going on. People are still celebrating, and things are going on well here. The economy notwithstanding, the atmosphere is good, and everything is okay here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So you're saying that is okay, right? But
yes.
Can we really say that we are doing enough in terms of the political climate in the country? From your perspective view, do you think that Nigerians, because this is not a matter of Christians or Muslims or pagans or Hindus and all of that, can we say that we are indeed having a better time in terms of political independence, the political interface in terms of good governance, as it were?
Well, let me start by saying that everything, either in organization or in a country, falls on leadership.
Right.
Yes, everything falls on leadership. If the problem we have in this country, I must say the truth, is not resources. We have resources enough in this country, but what we have is leadership. You know, if you look at what politics is really all about, you will discover that, you know, from our own definition of politics is who gets what and how. Are you getting it?
Very well.
And the leadership are the people to determine who gets what and how. And when leadership is not in place, you see that who gets what and how become a misplaced in a country. Like ours in Nigeria, we can say that the leadership needs to really improve. We really want to say that the leadership needs to really improve in order to carry the masses along. Thank you.
All right, the leadership has to improve in order to carry the masses along. But what should be the feeling? What should be the mood? This in this season.
Come again.
What should be the mood? What should be the mood for every citizenry of the country this season? What should be the mood? What should be our take-home? In terms of how we relate with the season, what should it be like?
What I would say, Nathan, is as citizens of this country, as we celebrate this Christmas, we should embrace our diversity.
Right.
Are you getting it? Mm-hmm. Recognize that every one of us has something to offer. If you have that goal that every one of us have everything to offer, I think it will go a long way to foster love that this season, suggests.
Prince Elijah, it seems as though everybody has got a goodwill message. I mean, from Mr. President to the Vice President to Mr. President's wife, Oluremi Tinubu. We've got, the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, sending goodwill messages right there this Christmas. Abbas Tajuddin, the Speaker, House of Reps. We've got quite a number of people, even coming from, the Christian Association right there, spreading goodwill messages. But does it just stop at goodwill messages? Because it seems to me as though, and I believe I share the thoughts of the listener now, the Nigerians are tired of goodwill messages from leaders. What would you think the Nigerians are expecting from the leadership, especially as we move on as a country and as a people?
Thank you. To me, what we expect from our leaders is to lead by example. Not just sending a goodwill message, that is okay, but also they should demonstrate it. We should see it in their actions, and they should lead by example. I think, but then they lead by example, it will encourage the masses to cooperate with them.
All right, lead by example, and if you do so, it will encourage the masses, the people, to cooperate. Well, let's also open the phone lines and get to hear from family members. You want to add your voice, this Christmas celebration. You'll probably want to air out some of your thoughts about, some of these goodwill messages right there by our leaders. Or you have an idea, you have a suggestive idea as to what we can do as a people to ensuring that we got it rightly, especially now as we look forward to yet another Yuletide season, counting down, of course, from now again. You can as well just join the conversation there and put the call through. 0907-353-0044 is that number. And the other number would be 0907 0908-766-8888. Get onto the WhatsApp portal number and send us your WhatsApp message. Please, no voice notes, just a WhatsApp message right there, and let us into your thoughts about, the goodwill messages coming left, right, and center, from the leaders. 0909-705-4450. Taking the call right now. Hello and good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, please. What's your name? Where you calling from? Sorry? Mano. All right. Feels good. All the way from Mano. All right. From Ado. Talk to us. Yeah.
To me, it's not to hear all these messages.
Okay.
From the Christian leaders, from our political leaders. It has become a recorded festival. Every occasion that is so, let us live in unity, let us do this. I think the what said, practice what you preach. It's a musician. He said, practice what you preach. To me, leaders are only just saying it from their lips. They are not really practicing what they are telling us to do. You remember the Minister of Agriculture, if I can remember, in the month of July, he said he wanted a visit from that July this year. The prices of goods will reduce drastically. I think if we make our calculation very well, from July to now, I think the one that is that maps. As what he said is really important, as the prices of food stuff and all other things will reduce. So to me, it's just saying fake. The government is not lying to people, deceiving people, now and then. They are not doing this.
Okay.
They are tired of all this. Yeah, in their election campaign, it was a slaughter.
The line is actually fluctuating now, and we can barely hear you. You might have to call back, or better still, just send a message via the WhatsApp portal number right there. The number to call to also give your 2 cents will be 0907-353-0044. What would be your high expectations for the leadership? I mean, beyond the rhetorics or beyond the conversation or the discourse of using this season as a goodwill message season, what do you expect, should be the body language, should be the attitude of leaders, as we, find ourselves in this celebration mode. Well, I put a peg to your thoughts right there. Let's go on recess. We will be right back in a short bit as we have some bills to pay. Don't go away.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
The management of Abuja Property Development Company, APDC, wishes her esteemed customers and clients a joyous Christmas. We appreciate your continued trust in our services and look forward to another year of mutual growth and success. May your holidays be filled with joy, happiness, and prosperity. We are poised to deliver top quality construction, real estate, and facility prosperous 2025. Signed, Management, Abuja Property Development Company, APDC. APDC, still creating value.
Eagles 102.3 FM, Abuja, here to stay.
Education is the major determinant of individuals' development and societal transformation, as individuals of educated societies are productive and patriotic in nation building, while uneducated societies are more prone to developmental challenges such as unemployment, insecurity, and underdevelopment, especially amongst the growing population, as available statistics in Nigeria shows that there are 20 million out-of-school children, in which about 12 million of them are in northern Nigeria, a number that is threatening the peace, security, and the social well-being of the country. Based on this assertion, the Universal Basic Education Commission UBEC is calling on Nigerians in rural and urban centers, especially parents, to always send their children to schools for them to have a qualitative education. Apart from parents, community leaders such as royal fathers, religious leaders, youth organizations, and the civil society have critical roles to play in ensuring that children are sent to school in their respective communities. It is only by so doing that we can all have educated, productive, and responsible leaders of tomorrow. Remember, education is the key to success.
Eagles 102.3 FM. Abuja. Here to stay.
I don't need no liquor. I'm intoxicated by you.
My country people, who work is supposed to enjoy you after all the hustle. You not supposed to take your comfort play to fit sleep the way it's supposed to be. Make you go grab your Eurofoam mattress. Make you forget your full comfort. Whether na Euro Spring, Euro Orthopedic, or semi-orthopedic, Diamond and Diamond Plus. And for Comfort Pro Max, Eurofoam don't introduce latest in town. That na Euro Elite. This one, they sleep jollyment no get equal. Eurofoam get quality pillows and sheetings. Eurofoam shop yakpa everywhere for Bodo Nigeria. Eurofoam, sleep the way it's
Abuja.
Still looking at the goodwill messages from leaders right there, and what could be the expectations of Nigerians. Should we go past the goodwill rhetoric, or is there more that we can learn from this and understand and see ourselves as one? The conversation is still trending around here, and our guest, who is in the person of Prince Oro Elijah, is still online to engage us in a short bit. But let's take this call now. Hello and good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, please. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is GB. How are you?
GB compliments of the season. Yes, feels good to hear from you, GB. Where are you calling from?
Let's come.
All right, awesome. GB, let's talk about these goodwill messages, flying left, right, and center, and what it portends for us as a people.
Yes, I mean, the goodwill message is necessary, a word of hope. This period is a period of reflection, celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. We need to know that it's a goodwill. The birth was announced by angels as a goodwill and mercy, joy to all nations. Meaning that it's a period of celebration. God is a period of bringing joy and relief and hope for humanity. So the leaders need to give us goodwill that portend hope for the future, and that whatever we are passing through now, there's a relief coming. There's prosperity coming, better life coming.
Okay.
So that's part of the goodwill, because even God himself, when he brought that goodwill, he showed us a hope of better things coming for humanity. Mm-hmm. That's the birth of Christ, the Savior. So the leaders also need to bring this. Okay. But beyond that, or above that, they should show it in their body, action, and language. What do I mean? Like the federal government now declaring free ride for all the training routes in Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? That's a way of relieving the pain or hardship or whatever to the common man, the downtrodden, and also reducing of the price, the start first rate by 50%. So those who are traveling, it's a way of saying, look, this is a period of goodwill, it's a period of lessening the pain and the rest of it. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So, but going beyond that, it's a time also to show to all they are presenting their budget, because this is the end of the year. Many government, states are planning budget, even the federal government. Mm-hmm. He said that they should implement that budget to make life better than what we are today. Why am I saying that in the next 1 year, they should look back and say, yes, that goodwill message and be matched with action. Things are better. We are getting things right. Life are better. I mean, the pain has reduced. I mean, a lack of prosperity, of relief to the citizen. So that's what I'm talking. I'm looking about that. Apart from the message, some action should come as a relief. By now, some state governors should be saying, if you are coming to my state, like now, Yobe state governor, they have their own transport minister. He say it's free.
All right,
for
JB.
Anybody traveling out that state.
Yeah,
that's a relief already.
Right, JB,
and
thank
also,
you.
depending on their budget, it will make life better than what it is this year.
All right.
By next year.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, make life better. From what it is this year, as next year, of course, when we get into it, and match your words with the right action. And it gets back, to some questions about national unity. I mean, it's a critical concept. I mean, in Nigeria, we're a country, we've been facing all of these challenges. I don't need to go into all of that, all of the challenges, but they've hindered the development and progress of this country. And the Christmas messages from Nigerian leaders is emphasizing the importance of unity, peace, love, is highlighting the need for citizens to come together to promote national cohesion and development. Well, Prince Elijah, what do you think is the most significant challenge facing national unity in Nigeria? And how can it be addressed?
Well, let me start with this one. The respect for the rules of law. Are you getting it?
Yes, please.
If we can uphold the principle of justice, equity, and fairness, it will be a better country.
Mm-hmm.
Because when there is no respect for the rules of law, you see, when there's no fairness, there's no equity, it tends to oppression. And I also want our leaders to engage in dialogue, engaging in constructive conversation with people of different races. And I believe if they do that, it will be better for us. Because that is one of the major challenges that we are having, in promoting unity and love in Nigeria. One, respect for the rule of law. Two, we should engage in dialogue. That is constructive conversation with people from different ethnic religions, whatever, so that they could also hear their feelings.
All right. Well, let's look at, some comparative analysis. I mean, Christmas messages from Nigerian leaders with international best practices. It reveals that many countries around the world use similar messages to promote national unity, cohesion. I mean, for example, if you go to the United States now, the president and other leaders often use the Christmas season to promote a sense of national unity and cohesion, emphasizing the importance of unity, peace, and love. Similarly, in the United Kingdom, though, the Queen and other leaders use the Christmas season to promote, a sense of national, identity and cohesion, reminding the citizens of the importance of kindness, compassion, generosity, and love. Based on your projection and the economic reforms that Mr. President has, institutionalized, do you see things getting better in the coming year? Hope at the end of the tunnel, that is.
Well, I must tell you that I believe so much that things will get better next year.
Okay.
Now, I'll give you the reasons why I believe so. From what I have observed this season, you could see that our president, for this season now, I think starting from on the 20th of December, every train in Nigeria now is free.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere you are going in this country, you can get there, it is free. Are you getting it?
Mm-hmm.
If our leader can demonstrate such, love in this season, it shows it's an indication that next year will be better than this year.
Right. If you can show all of those, it means that it only gets better. But then you might as well want to consider the fact that quite a number of families are really wailing and groaning in the heat of the economic hardship. I mean, quite a number of persons have said they are not finding it funny, especially during this period of celebration. In fact, people have resorted to low-key celebrations as prices soar and traders are lamenting poor sales. And what would be your advice, to the listener right now who feels as though he or she does not have, or the necessary or the type of Christmas celebration as that they would have loved to have?
Well, my advice to every one of them is that we still have many years Christmas to celebrate. So if they don't have much to celebrate this year, we should look up to next year. There's still many other Christmas to celebrate. Whatever anyone has this season, let us be satisfied and let us move forward.
Right. Okay, well, you can also join the conversation. Let's hear from you. We want to know your thoughts. 0907-353-0044 is that number to call. Once again, the number is 0907-353-0044. And the WhatsApp portal number is 0909-705-4450. In terms of the policies this year and everything, what do you think about the economic reforms, especially as Mr. President is also showing so much commitment? There is no time that the president has the opportunity to speak that he does not speak in very optimistic terms, saying that, look, I know that there might be some pain here and there might be some suffering here and there, but I'm doing my best, working round the clock with the relevant stakeholders to ensuring that things get better. And he always admonishes that for patience and all of that. Prince, do you think that we have not had, or don't you think that our patience has been overstretched? But just before you answer the question, let's take this call. Hello and good morning. Yes, good morning to you, Honorable Edwards, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you so much. Yeah, my name is Honorable Edwards.
Where are you calling from? From Apo, okay. Let's have your thoughts. Yeah.
I have a very simple message.
Okay.
It is very simple because what is happening in this country, we are lacking governance. So if our leaders, people who are elected, appointed, in one way or the other, if they can, you have this process, let's put politics aside for once and then move this country forward. I am telling you, we have nothing again in this country apart from politics too. Politics are taking over everything. For instance, if the PDP are opposing now, if Mr. President Tinubu is going to Bangladesh, Tinubu is not going to go where he is going to Cuba. That is not opposition. Opposition will say the fact, we can prove at any time. We say the truth. So how can we move forward? It is what opposition is see politics. If our leaders who are elected, Mr. President, if he's going to give appointment, he should consider others too. Forget about the politics. Like the one he did with Weekend, it is okay. Consider others who can give us what we are looking for. Anybody who is in charge of any position should take this, and I think we'll move forward.
Right.
Like in most steps, my steps, what is happening in my statement is this one is not in my group. I will not do anything to his community. I will make sure that things are going back there. That is solitude. So let's throw this in at the serious stage ahead by at least making sure that governance, we have good governance. That is time for politics, time for governance. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right, thank you so much, Honorable Edwards, right there. Prince Elijah, you heard it already. Honorable Edwards talking about transparency, talking about the need to stop the favoritism in terms of towing ethnic lines and all of that, tribalistic tendencies and all. That there is also a need for us not to be divided. In fact, if you find fact about something, speak the fact and do not try to misguide, the majority of the people. And now, if you're to take it to the season, the essence of the season, what would be your thoughts, in this regard? Do we find the same even as we try to celebrate the season of Christmas? Are you there? All right, well, we'll try to reconnect right there, having a little bit of a network fracas, but you can also continue to give us your 2 cents to what you think, should be the attitude. What should be our attitude as the people? Enough of talking. Well, it's not bad to say that the government is this, the government hasn't done that, the leaders have to do this. What then should be our responsibility as a people? Hello and good morning. Hello. You might want to speak up so we can hear you, please.
Good morning to you. How are you doing?
Oh, very well. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Danjuma.
Okay, Danjuma, if you don't speak up, we would not be able to hear you. All right, you might want.
My name is Audu Aliyu.
Okay, Audu Aliyu, right? All right, talk to us.
Yes, I thought that Nigeria will not develop. Because if we don't follow the necessary things, Nigeria will not develop. What is the necessary thing? Is the opening of a living environment for a start, and infrastructure, treating of health, food, and reconstruction. Like I can tell you that I was told now, if you go to my local government now, the local government, they do the totally bad.
What local government is that?
The local government Kogi State.
Oh, in Kogi State, okay.
Totally bad. My road is totally bad down to my village, and this is bad. And we have a governor for 4 years and the senator for our state, for Kogi East. We need to develop for the area so that next time they can vote for him. Because you cannot sit down on top of the development. When the development is come, nobody do anything. And it's not the welcome development. So we need to urge the federal government to tackle the issue. So that more development will come to my side. So I'm people will see joy, even me.
Okay.
As I talk to you now, I was in Tunisia. I'm not in the local government now. So the way they are doing for their own side, makes the price for our own side.
All right.
This side that the government is support for the land, we need to spoke so that no matter how they are doing, to find out the solution of this development.
All right.
The development of our area.
All right, I'll do. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, I'll do. All right, I'll do saying that, look, is two-pronged. It's two-pronged. First off, is about an appeal for development in the place where he's from in Kogi State. He cited a place of road, and many would say that this is the very, very essence of government, in our society. But then let's just get the final thoughts from our guest now. Prince Oro Elijah, what would be your final thoughts, advice to the leaders, advice to the citizenry, especially as we celebrate this Yuletide season of Christmas?
Yeah, thank you so much. My advice to the leaders is that they should lead by example.
Okay.
Leadership is responsibility, and you cannot judge your responsibility without having a consequence. It is easy for one to judge one responsibility, but you cannot judge the consequence of judging your responsibility. The leaders should not shy away for the needful. The masses are hungry. They should not shy away. And to the masses, I want to say they should practice tolerance and open-minded. Let's still give the leaders, time to prove themselves. I'm very aware that they have failed us once and once again. Mm-hmm. But we have to be patient with them to see the changes we want. Thank you. God bless you.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time with us, though. It does feel good to have this conversation. And we are also wishing the citizenry in Bayelsa State Merry Christmas. So you might just be that conduit pipe to reach out to those in Bayelsa State. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to having more conversation with you, Prince.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's right. Awesome.
I appreciate it.
Great.
Thank you.
Right. And yes, to you that have put the call through, to have this conversation with us at this point in time, it is also very necessary for us to, as a conclusion, keep it in mind that, look, the Christmas messages from Nigerian leaders, they do have potential, right? To promote national unity, to promote cohesion, and remind our citizenry of the importance of unity, peace and love. The messages also emphasize the need for us to come together as a people, to promote, development, to see how we can make things better, right amongst ourselves. The implication of the messages are very significant, though. It has the potential to promote national unity and cohesion and to address the challenges facing the country. As a future plan for promoting national unity and cohesion through Christmas messages from Nigerian leaders is quite numerous. I mean, some of the key plans include the development of a comprehensive strategy and outlines the goals, key objectives, and action that needs to be taken to promote national unity and cohesion. Another plan is the establishment of a national dialogue. I mean, Nigerians have been talking about it. National dialogue. We need to talk. That should bring together citizens from all walks of life to discuss the challenges and opportunities facing the country. On this note, I'll be putting a close to on the Eagles Outlook